the expansion of Christianity means that all local traditions have to be assimilated. And this happens with all pagan festivals. Most, of course, of the Roman Empire was pagan. However, when Rome converts to Christianity, there's the need of converting all of those yearly festivals and liturgies into the Christian frame of work. So, as we progress, I would say about the 5th to the 6th century, most of these already had a very strong Christian identity, such as, for instance, the Sol Invictus, which was commemorated in December, that becomes Christmas, such as, for instance, the Feast of Ashtar, which becomes Easter in the beginning of spring. So when you get to the 6th, 7th century, all of these festivals that were basically pagan are now performed within a Christian background and fully Christian in identity. The fact that the empire was run with two different capitals is going to have an influence here, because on the eastern part of the empire, the kind of traditions that are mixed with Christianity are different from the ones on the Western Empire. Pagan traditions from the Western Empire are of a more rural and agricultural nature. So you'll find that ideas such as the ones that have to do with caring of nature and animals and forests, etc., are very much more intertwined with Christian ideals from the 6th century on in the western part of the empire. In the eastern part, so Constantinople, the themes that are more prevalent have to do with the nature of Christ and the nature of the identity of the Trinity in Christianity. So these are themes that have much more to do with Platonism and Neoplatonism than in Western Europe. And this is going to be very significant when the Templars appear, because the Templars are going to be created in the East, so in Palestine, where the environment was Byzantine. So they are very much influenced by the way that Byzantines and even the Egyptians saw Christianity. You had a very large community of Christians in Egypt, which are the Coptic Christians, and the theology and the philosophy that stems from these places, which is very much Neoplatonic, is quite different from the one that you'll have in the West. And so the Templars are created in the East, but their main power and action is actually in the West. You'll see that later on. So they will have to take these ideas from the Eastern Church and get them accepted in the Western Church in Rome. And you see that a very large period of the creation of the Templars between 1118 and 1139, which is quite a large period if you consider it, is used by the Templars to prepare in Rome their recognition and the first bulls of Roman popes accepting them in their territories.